high. Ah.
I got it in 2.
I know you did. I'm gonna pick up these 3 because I think it's gonna be 1 out of 5 for me. Whoops, way off. Way off again. Oh, come on! If you use your imagination, this little rock target right here has got a head on top of him, and that's his body. His name is Nobody, and we hate nobody. Lolita is gonna try, and what she already has done, has knocked his head off, and she has rocks in her hands, and she's gonna try to knock his block off. Shut up, Nobody. You're about to get it. Lolita's gonna give it to you. Let me just get out of the way. In 2. That was a practice shot. Oh, you got dust in his face. I had jinxed Nobody.
Take a look at the world around you.
It's okay to wonder. There's so many wonderful things. I heard Mr. Rogers singing that last night.
Tell me about this church 100 miles away.
Oh, that little church out in the village, well, the village there. There were some cattle rustlers on a night where there was no moon. And the cattle rustlers, they thought that they would steal the village's herd. Little did they know, those were Satan's ghost cows. And cowboys, they rode into town that night with guns a-blazing, and the devil's herd overtook them in a stampede. And ever since then, they were the ghost riders in the sky. This is where it happened.
This joint right here.
This is it, yeah.
Wow.
In that village far away.
Hundreds of miles away.
Yeah, hundreds of miles away down. Yeah, it's a huge cross. One of the...
To signify the sacrifice that those cowboys made.
Yeah, they were gonna steal the devil's herd. And the thing you don't know about that, hundreds of miles away, that, I mean, that's it's a magnificent wonder to the world, how big that cross is, hundreds of miles away.
It's the 8th wonder of the world.
Well, it's not a wonder of the world, it's just a wonder of the county.
Oh, okay.
You have the 8th wonder of the county. We're maybe 14,000 feet in elevation right now, which I think is a little bit higher than Mount Everest, so I get a little winded. Way down there is the Canyon El Diablo. When the cowboys that stole the devil's herd hustled those cattle, they ran them into that valley, that gorge way down there. That was the last time they ever saw him alive. Ghost hunters has come out here, and they have got their voices on EVP. That's electronic voice phenomena. Sorry, for 17,000 foot elevation, it's hard to give a tour, but that's the gorge. All right, we just made it down from the 17,000 foot elevation of a mountain. We're here at an interpretive sign explaining the area. And as you can see, the government has completely left out the part about the chapel, hundreds of miles away, where the devil's herd was stolen by the ghost riders in the sky. They don't want you to know the truth, but it's out there. So here we are, about 15,000 feet high. It may look like there's a road behind us, but never mind that. We're at 15,000 feet elevation, and I'm here to tell you the story, the suppressed history of Elephant Rock.
Dun dun dun.
Disney didn't want this to get out, but the Illuminati kept the secret with the Templar Knights. That this rock is Rocco, the elephant, related to Dumbo, the elephant, who was actually pretty smart, but Rocco was smarter. the government couldn't have a smart elephant like that wandering the earth, so they turned him to rock. That's what happens when you're smart. Don't get turned to rock, guys. The government's just waiting for you. Fail your driver's test. Fail every test you have. And for Christ's sakes, don't read the signs. Climb the rock. You don't need to worry about future generations because there will be none. That's the secret history behind Rocco. Yeah, there's his head. I see it. I see the antlers. See it?
Oh, I see. It is a deer. Right there.
Yeah, that's him.
This does not count as our animal.
He's coming towards us.
That's not a deer, it's a ram.
It's a ram.
Ooh, we can fit that in your car.
You can. You'll have to sit behind the stacked rocks, but we can fit him in.
This is video.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Just
okay.
want to make sure my camera's right. Can you see the
ram?
The ram?
No, he's gone.
Oh, he's gone. Probably heard we're going to put him in the back of the car. Okay, and I don't want to push the stop button, which is right there.
Don't ruin my cinematic masterpiece.
All right, yeah.
I don't know that.
I'm going to give up, turn over the history interpretation to the brains of the operation, Lolita. She knows more about this area than I do. She is 5th generation Valley of Fire.
Vixens,
thank
yes.
you. Yeah, I was looking for something. See, that's why I'm passing it over to her.
Yes.
Anyways, passing it over to Lolita. She knows more about the history of that hill.
So, rumor has it that this trail over in this area right here is haunted by ghost rams.
Ghost rams?
Ghost rams. One minute you'll see them, the next you'll turn around and they're gone.
Yeah.
Every once in a while you can hear the shuffle of their feet, kind of like in haunted houses where you hear...
Listen. Is that them?
I think it's them. Can you hear them? I hope we got
that. Oh shit,
that.
I just saw a ghost gopher. I swear to God, it's right over there. Oh my fucking God, it's getting crazy.
Oh my God, this place is full of energy and its activity is insane right now. We have ghost goats, ghost gophers, ghost herds.
And there was this guardian elder white lady that said, don't stack the rocks, there will be a curse.
Yes.
And I stacked some rocks
She
over
was
by
all
Elephant
in
Rock.
white.
She got in my face about saying that's vandalism. And ever since then we've seen ghost gophers and ghost rams.
She was a lady all in white. She had white hair, she had white clothes. She started out to be a very nice guide. Like, over here is the other side of Elephant Rock.
And she took pictures of us?
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
She did.
And come to think of it, she went up the trail with her daughter and husband, but she came back down alone.
She was warning us, do not stack the rocks.
Oh my God. There went the ghost truck.
All in white. Did you see it? I hope they get it.
Oh, this place is so haunted.
Yes, it is. The Valley of Fire should be called the Valley of Ghosts.
Get out. What was that?
I hope we got that even.
Get out.
I hope
Whoa.
There it is again. Maybe that was just an echo of the first one.
Maybe so. I'm getting really freaked out and the sun is setting.
So we better continue on our adventure, our trail along the Valley of Fire and see what other ghostly spirits we can find.
Hopefully we'll find those vixens. I hear they're really fun.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
This is Centipede Rock. They're all joined together by the mad doctor, Lolita Haze. She was drinking tea with mercury in it that caused her to go mad as a hatter. And she stitched these rocks together with cat guts. And they say that the person who can crawl through all 3 of them will gain or find total enlightenment. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna be a different person when I get through all 3. Here we go. Ouch. Should have worn a hard hat. Okay, there's one. I feel a little different. All right, things look a little clearer. Let's see. Gotta go ahead first, they told me.
I don't even know if I can see you on the camera. Oh, there we go. You did it!
The road looks so much clearer now. It's so bright. I gotta wear shades.
So you see here we have the petrified log. You can only see the petrified log if you have been enlightened. And to be enlightened, you have to make your way through caterpillar hole. 3 caterpillar holes. You make your way to the end and then you're enlightened. We did not see this on our way up. We were looking for it and we did not see it. It wasn't until Eric made his way through all 3 holes of caterpillar hole to come out enlightened that we found petrified log.
I have a question.
Yes. And back.
And back here, yeah, I noticed that this petrified log is in a cage. Is that because it's very ferocious?
No, it's to contain, to contain all its mystical and magical powers that one sees when they are enlightened. One cannot be so enlightened that they see all of petrified log.
Wow. Now, is it
one
good?
Question only, please. One question only.
Oh, I'm allowed to. I'm enlightened.
Oh,
so now this log,
yes.
Is it good or evil?
Well, it is like that old Native American story about 2 wolves.
Ooh.
One wolf being good, one wolf being evil, one evil being good. It is only the one you feed which grows stronger.
Wow. So what was this log?
That's 3.
Now, this ain't California gold. This is Nevada silver. I'm going to try to read it in iambic pentameter, because obviously it's written like a sonnet.
I see that.
Petrified log. Petrified forests are rather common in the West, and other often made up of a wide variety of trees. The trees of this forest, however, are ancient pines that grew near here during the great age of reptiles, the reptilian race. Approximately 150 million years ago. The reptilians are still here though, living underneath mountains and cities.
And petrified logs?
And petrified logs, waiting to take over. Their day will come. Be ready, humans. Be ready. Lolita.
Yes.
This log in front of us looks very strange. What's going on there?
Well, Eric, this is petrified log. Did you know that millions of years ago, this tree likely grew with others of its kind in a forest several miles from here, several 100,000 miles, where the devil's herd came from? Later, floodwaters carried the fallen log to this area where it was buried beneath thousands, hundreds of thousands, of feet of silt, sand, and sea deposits. Here, it slowly changed to stone. Notice that the floods only carried 1 log. At one time, this petrified log was known as driftwood. Bull rock. We just discovered it. If you can see, oh, where's my finger? There it is. That's its face. Yes. There's a horn there, and in the shadow there's another horn there. Not that this bull rock is a story of bullshit.
Wait a second. I think I do see the bullshit rock. This? Yes! There it is! The bullshit rock. I knew it.
Eric, can you ride 8 seconds on the bull?
I think I most certainly can.
Go for it!
I can just throw this bullshit behind me. Good job, buddy. We did it. So enlightened. Such a champion. See it right, like
Oh, I see it. Holy crap. It's like Punisher.
Totally.
I see it. Look at that skull rock.
So scary. So earlier, Lolita and I were stacking rocks. There's a photo. Okay, I was stacking rocks. There's a photo of me posing behind said rocks. And the lady came up and told me that's just not allowed. Maybe you haven't read the signs, but stacking rocks is vandalism. So I kicked over the rocks and said, what rocks? I don't know what you're talking about.
Look at all of them. In case you can't see them, there they are.
There they are. If I was Bob Ross, I'd paint all these little happy rams. And if you run out of white paint, you can use a little bit of red. Those rocks can be red over there. They're happy, they're very happy being red.
Come here, let me pet you. Can I pet you? There's a car coming. Ooh, I want to pet the damn ram.